Hey, what's up traders? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hey traders, brand new week on the markets, brand new month. So yeah man, we're going to be hitting our trading goals. But welcome to a brand new video. If it is your first time on the channel, man, make sure that you do hit the subscribe button. And if it is not your first time, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys have been doing good, right? So brand new day today. Today was actually a really good day on the market, successful day on the market. Made profit on the 50k funded account. You guys know that we are officially funded traders, so I think last month was really great, amazing. April brought so many good memories. Not good memories, but we hit the trading goals, we literally hit targets, and we are officially funded. So in terms of the 100k account, we are on phase 2, right? So very exciting news, traders. I'm not alone.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're good, man.
Why are you acting so serious?
No,
man?
I'm not serious, bro. Usually I'm behind the camera, hence I'm quiet most of the time because, like, I never know what to say when the camera's on. But yeah, bro.
So yeah, man, traders, you guys can see the title of the video. Last week the market got really crazy.
It was a bit rough.
It was a bit rough. Lost a lot.
It was very rough.
Very rough, man. Lost a lot of money, but like I said,
it's on a funded account.
It's on a funded account, $50,000 funded account, live capital, with the prop firm. So I'm gonna be talking about that. I'm just gonna be sharing with you guys the experience in terms of what I learned, but we're gonna talk about it later on in the video. Right now we're actually on the road and we are trying out a new coffee spot. If you guys do follow me on my personal page, right, I really love coffee, man. So we're just trying out a new coffee spot. We actually just got here right now.
We actually weren't gonna vlog, but we're just like, oh dude, like, let's actually record something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
give the traders some information, just some insight in terms of like the markets, the L's, the losses, the wins.
Yeah.
Just share like everything with you guys, man.
Yeah,
man.
Transparent journey. So yeah, man, today was a profitable day though on the market, like I did mention to you. Really took some good trades on gold and German 40. And I think the losses kind of remind you of
it's like a reset.
It's like a reset, bro. Like, I think I'm confident enough to show losses here because, I have the exact same confidence that I have when I win trades, right? I know that I'm going to bounce back. And the reason why I am able to show this journey is because, bro, passing a 50, like passing a funded challenge is, bro, it's not easy. So I have the confidence, in showing the trades and losses and wins and stuff.
So yeah, guys, we actually just touched on at the coffee spot. We want to just do like a weekly analysis for ourselves, see how we're going to tackle the markets this week, see our mistakes from last week, and just analyze, try to see where we can capitalize on the market this week. And yeah, pretty much just vlog for you guys as well, try show you guys how it's done, try inspire you guys. At the end of the day, man, I think it's just about recording the journey, documenting everything, for ourselves mainly. And yeah, man,
so after this, after hitting some coffee, we are gonna go to like the mall, get a few vegetables, because yeah, man, if you guys have noticed, I think 2 months ago there's a vlog we did in the gym. Literally, like, we started a gym journey and we've been hella consistent. It feels good knowing that you're consistent in the gym. And as a trader, it's like really important, guys, to not just have consistency on the market, but also in the gym as well. So yeah, guys, after this, we're just going to get some vegetables. Hopefully it is open at the mall after this. But yeah, guys, too much yapping, man. Let's try out this new coffee spot. And yeah, let's go in.
Yeah, guys, just quick cologne plug, bro. It's Icy Miyake, nothing crazy, Put this on, bro. Like, when you meet her, she's gonna say, yo, baby, smell good, But like, don't do too much, James. Don't like now spray 5 times now. Those cologne, dog. Nothing crazy, bro. Some nights. So yeah, guys. Yeah. Alright.
This is the one.
It's the one. So yeah, guys, we're just gonna hit a session at the coffee spot. It's called Manaka Coffee, free promo. But hey, man, let's see. Hopefully they don't give us problems with the camera. No cap.
Alright traders, so touchdown the coffee place, man. I think I really mess with this spot, bro. It's looking clean. I think it's a really good place to be, you know, if you're just trying to trade away from home, you know. So I usually prefer trading from the comfort of my home because, man, it's better for me to make decisions, you know. Even right now, I'm not here to trade. I'm just here planning the rest of the week because I did say that today was a profitable day. And yeah, man, obviously, you know, took trades. I will show you later on the specific setups if I do get a chance to show you the breakdown, because you guys know in every video we do give breakdowns. But let's go back to the loss. You guys saw the title of today's video. We lost 4,500 USD on the 50k funded account, guys. This is not the first phase, this is not the second phase, this is literally funded capital. And hey, man, I'm really disappointed in myself as a trader because, bro, how can I allow this to happen? But without wasting any more time, I want to show you guys the account history. I want to show you the actual account and how I took those losses. Not necessarily how I took the losses, but let me just show you guys the account. So if I do hop onto the MT5, you know, if you guys can see, I just hopped on. Today was a profitable day, like I told you. This side we made 780 USD. But if you look at the overall account, guys, took a huge L, you know, because thank you, because initially it was at 50,000 USD, but took a L last week, crazy L. And obviously this is today's history, but if we do say last week's history, if I can get that date, I'm gonna say from the 27th, which is basically when we got the account. Let me say Sunday, and then let's say throughout Saturday, basically throughout the entire of last week, right? I don't know why it's not showing the overall loss, right? But yeah, man, you guys can see, man, the trading history is bad, bro. It took some L's. I'm not gonna show you the entire history because, hey, bro, last week I got over myself, right? So yeah, man, planning on just recovering, you know, and obviously you can see it had a profitable trading day today. And if I do go to the 100k account, right, I did tell you that I passed phase one of the Neomaaa account, and then I'm currently on phase two. So last week, man, we also took L's on this 100k account. And if I do show you the history, I'm gonna say last 7 days overall we like $1,800 in negatives, obviously. And then looking at today's history, obviously made $1,700, guys. So this is the update on these funded accounts. And yeah, man, I'm gonna have a bit of coffee and then just look at a few things on the charts, and then I'm gonna be telling you guys what I've learned from these losses, right? So let me have my coffee before it gets cold. I really like the vibes. I think, you know, traders, man, whenever you go through losses, bro, it's important to step out the house, just catch a break, you know, just be in a new environment that motivates you. You know, the reason why I can come onto the screen or come onto YouTube and show you these losses because I have confidence in my skill. You know, I know that, hey, man, I need to reset and I need to basically hop on and just tell myself that, yo, Lebza, bro, it's a new week that is gonna come and you are gonna make profit as long as you have the skill. But let me have my coffee and then I'll just tell you some of the lessons that I've learned from these losses, man. Let's operate.
Just stick with the boy. A lot of model bitches check for me. Nigga don't check for me unless you got checks for me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Lo had the spot in Treasure Street. So many hoes had to get up.
Alright, traders, so got the food, you know, just looked at the charts for a bit. But you know, before the sun sets, man, let me actually tap into some of the lessons I've learned, man, from this loss, right? So the very first thing, man, is overconfidence, right? So for me, man, I feel like obviously coming from phase one and phase two of the challenge account, man, and hitting a winning streak, you know, sometimes as traders, bro, you might be going through a winning streak and then you might just come into a brand new week overconfident, bro. Like, I think what I saw from trading last week is that, hey man, what actually happened is that took the first trade and it was actually in really good profit, right? But got to a point where I was overconfident and I expected the market to go higher than it was actually going to go, right? So ended up taking a loss on that trade, and what ended up happening is that just repeatedly, man, ended up taking more losses. Obviously there were wins, but in certain setups I was just overconfident, and what did that do? Automatically I felt like I needed to risk more, because to pass phase 1 and phase 2, bro, I was literally risking less than 0.5% per trade, which is a very good risk. So on this particular challenge, I was basically risking 1% per trade and 1.5 in certain instances, which is really high. So for me, man, being overconfident is basically what set me back last week. And for me, I feel like it's really important to look at some of the things that you guys are doing. That's why it's important to journal and basically look at track your performance, so that you know where you are going wrong. So the second thing that I did learn from taking this loss is risk management. Like I did mention in the previous point, risk management is super important. I don't care if you're trading, and this is just me talking to myself, because I also do watch the videos. I'm speaking to myself right now. So risk management is important, whether you're trading your 5,000 Rand account or whatever account, whether you are funded or whether you're trading your own personal capital, bro. Like, managing risk is super important. And when you do manage risk, you do take your losses, but what ends up happening is that if you do take trades that have a good risk to reward ratio, you'll always overcome those losses, right? And that's basically something I failed to do last week, and one thing that I am planning on implementing throughout trading the challenge and just basically trading the funded account and passing the challenges is just stick to risk management. If you do look at the 100k account, obviously that's in a good space because I did manage risk that side. So the third thing that I did learn from this particular loss, right, I do have it over here, and that is patience, right? So obviously there's two sides of, you can view patience like two ways, right? That's patience in terms of waiting for your setup to come through, right? Patience in terms of waiting for the right setup to come, waiting for sessions, right? It's important to trade sessions. I think trading sessions is important, and it does come with patience, right? The moment you can unlock and understand which pairs move during which sessions, you can be patient enough to wait for those setups to form and come. And then, the second side of patience is knowing that, bro, if you did take a loss today, bro, just be patient enough and follow your trading rules, because the market is not going anywhere, bro. So even if you just have to wait it out on certain days, let's say you take 2 losses in a day, which is basically a rule I've set for myself. Obviously, come on, bro, be serious. But obviously, bro, like, I did break that rule last week, and one thing that I had to do was be like, hey, dude, I took losses. One thing I need to do is just be patient, sit on my hands, and just wait for tomorrow. I could have done so many things, like go to the gym after losing, but I just kept over trading. So traders, these are some of the lessons that I did learn. Just know that there will always be tomorrow. If you do take a loss today, bro, just be patient enough and wait for the next setup tomorrow. The market will always comes, and it always gives opportunities. And last but not least, a lesson that I did learn from last week's loss, bro, is just, bro,
I think
don't lose. Yeah,
I think what really threw us off is the
Yeah.
numbers. We're not really used to the
yeah,
other numbers.
and thank you for that, dog. Like, that's true. So what Tibbs are saying is that, one thing that I did learn is just to readjust my mind to what I'm actually trading, guys. I'm not used to trading $50,000 live capital. Obviously it is a prop firm. I still need to manage risk, and it's not like I have access to that full $50,000. There is access to equity, but sometimes the numbers, if you're not used to those numbers, it can get you ahead. So that is something that I did learn. And yeah, man, traders, this week you guys, because $50,000 is like close to, if you do the maths, Brian, calculated with the current exchange rate, and you do say 50,000 USD to ZAR. That's basically 915,000 rands. That's close to a million. And then if we do look at the 100K account, that's basically 1.8. So traders, I just learned so much, and I just learned to respect these accounts because, bro, if you look at the loss, it was 4.5. $4,500 is how much in rands if we do the conversions, guys. That's like 82,000 rand. That's crazy. So I got time to reflect throughout this weekend, and I really looked at what I'm dealing with. A lot of people and a lot of you are probably watching and saying like, hey man, what if you were in my position with this account? You guys would take it obviously more serious. I mean, I am taking it seriously, but sometimes you just need to step back, look at what you have, whether you're even trading a 10K account, 5K account, whatever account, bro. Just appreciate what you have, because man, not imagine if, I know that soon we're going to be working on getting payouts on these accounts, and it's going to be so rewarding. So
And
traders,
other accounts as well.
even on the 100K account,
And buying more accounts.
yeah, Tito. And yeah, guys, once we do work on getting payouts, man, we're gonna invest in more accounts. I think right now a short-term goal is to, not even a short-term goal, right? A goal that we do have for the next coming months is to get $500,000 worth of funding capital. Obviously within the next year, like we're giving ourselves a year to get $1 million worth of funding. But traders, you guys will see the journey. Before my food gets cold, man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat, also just chill a bit, relax.
Quick breakdown
And
before we end the video.
quick breakdown. Let's do the breakdown at home. Yeah, just for today's trades. So guys, we'll see you back at the crib. It's like after this, we're probably gonna go get vegetables because we're gymming. We need to eat healthy, and then we'll do the breakdown. So traders, I hope you guys learned something from that. I hope you guys appreciate the advice. And yeah, man, this is just a journal for ourselves, for Dibs and I, for myself, obviously as a trader, so that when I do look back at these videos, we know, man, where we come from. We do look at the mistakes, and we just keeping ourselves accountable, man. Traders, I'll see you when we go get food. Well, not food, vegetables, and then we'll get into the breakdown. All right, traders, so I am on the charts now. Today is a brand new trading day. And yeah, man, let me just show you the trades that I did take, and show you the thought process behind the trades, right? So if you do look at the account history that I did show you, you will see gold trades that I did execute. And if we do go to German 40, this is the trade that was taken yesterday, right? So yeah, guys, I haven't paid for, I actually don't pay for my trading view, but that's besides the point. So if you do see over here, took a nice German 40 trade. But if we go back to gold, and if I do show you a breakdown of these trades, it was really simple. So you guys know my analysis usually starts on the 4-hour chart, right? So just looking at the 4-hour chart yesterday, the market was right over here, and it had not printed these candles. Don't mind all of these lines. This is just me, setting my targets, right? So if you guys do see overall, right, gold has been moving in an uptrend. So overall, I saw this as a pullback, right? A major pullback. As you can see, I did draw this trend line because I did see a continuation pattern, right? But I usually don't trade trend lines, and I just marked this out because I just saw the pattern it was forming. That was basically showing us that we are going to start continuing with the uptrend, right? So I'm not the sort of trader who really cares about breakouts of trend lines. I was just using this to show that, hey man, there is a continuation pattern forming, right? So if you can also see on the 4-hour time frame, let me just hide these drawings so that you can see it clearly, right? If you do look at the way this market is forming, right, it was forming a double bottom, right? You can see that the market had failed to break this low and was basically retesting. If you do see over here on H4, okay, here are my favorite tools. If I do mark this order block out, you guys can see that the market has basically filled this order block and was starting to pick up. So looking at these candlesticks, you guys can just see the momentum, you know, of these candlesticks. It's just basically representing bullish momentum. So if I do go onto the 1 hour chart, the entries was super simple. On the 1 hour chart, I literally saw the same thing, right? I saw that, yo, the market has literally broken above this level and closed, and it was basically retesting. So the very first entry, right, I usually skip the 30-minute time frame. If you guys do watch the videos, you know that I usually skip the 30-minute time frame, but I highly suggest that you guys look at all time frames, you know, if you guys are still new and to trading and don't have that experience. So basically saw a break above here, a slight retest, and took the first entry on a low time frame, you know, on the 5-minute time frame, and the stop loss was around about here. I think the entry was just somewhere here, and guys, the market reached our target. So the initial target was right over here, but I found the area where the market was basically reacting, and this was this first take profit. So let me just take this over here and show you how I saw this take profit level. So I saw that the market has just been reacting around this level, just creating reactions. So I took profit around here. So after some time, I did see that the market is actually showing more momentum to push up, right? And then what did I do? I took another entry and basically targeted the initial target that I saw, right? And yeah, man, took profit round about here by this particular level. And you can see the consolidation that happened just after taking profit. And if you do see the account history, you will see that there is a small break-even trade on gold. Took buys around here, and yeah, man, we just saw that, hey man, the market's not gonna push anytime soon. And this is when we got to the coffee spot, and we were just recording the video and decided let's not trade. So after buying vegetables, healthy food, man, you can see at night took this trade, and man, you know, it was a very beautiful trade, and it hit targets right over here, man. If you do look at the points, you know, guys, these are good targets, you know. And I know that some of you are asking yourselves, like, Lebza, why don't you just take one trade here and just hold until it goes up, you know? So do remember that, like, when I do trade, or when Lebza and I do trade, you know, we have targets, right? It's important to have targets whenever you trade, so that you don't you don't hold for a long period and just have too many expectations. But it's also based on how we trade, right? We're not swing traders, right? I usually don't swing in the market. So if I do go to German 40, simple setup as well, right? German 40 has been beautiful. So same thing, guys. If I do keep this simple without keeping this video too long, German 40 has been in an overall uptrend, right? And again, don't mind these levels, it's just take profit. So one thing that I did see is that the market, right, on H4 had closed above this key level. So this is a key level in the market where the market just reacts, right? You can see first area here, the market is reacting. There's just so many reactions off of this level. So it's a key level. And if I do go to the H1 chart, you guys can see that the market is respecting this level, right? And without wasting any more time, obviously the market had, on Monday, the market had opened and had retested this level, right? The market retested this level, and we did miss this first entry, I would have loved to take an entry right over here and just basically like target these levels here, this take profit area and this take profit level over here. But obviously we were not on the market at that time. So by the time I was on the market, if we do it to the 15-minute time frame, the market had closed above here and retested. So took a simple entry, had a simple target right over here, and the market ended up pushing down. That's when we left around here. But you know, it would have been nice, to be honest. The initial take profit was around these levels, but just took take profit here. And yeah, man, that is the breakdown, traders. I hope you guys found value in that. You know, and have a good trading week, traders. Took sells over here this morning, but very low lot size. Took sells over here, very low lot size, because you guys know that this account is in recovery mode. So you just need to take trades, you know, low risk, and yeah, man, eventually we will get to the payout phase. But traders, I love you. Thank you for watching. Share this with a friend who trades so that you can give them value.